Hello and welcome to Quick History Facts. Today, we'll be talking about the history of Easter, how it originated and became the Christian holiday we know today. Easter is one of the most important holidays in the Christian calendar, commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. But the holiday has a long history that stretches back thousands of years before the arrival of Christianity. The origins of Easter can be traced back to ancient pagan celebrations of spring and rebirth. Many ancient pagan cultures celebrated spring and the rebirth of nature with festivals and ceremonies. These celebrations often included symbols of fertility such as eggs, rabbits, and flowers. In many cases, these symbols were associated with the goddess of fertility and the cycle of life and death. For example, the ancient Greeks held a festival called the Anthesteria in honor of Dionysus, the god of wine and fertility, which took place in February or March. During the festival, the Greeks would decorate their homes with flowers, release prisoners, and hold feasts in honor of the god. Similarly, the ancient Romans held a festival called Hilaria, which was a celebration of the resurrection of the god Attis. The festival took place in March and included processions, music, and dancing. In some cultures, such as the ancient Egyptians, eggs were a symbol of new life and rebirth. They would often dye eggs in bright colors and exchange them as gifts during spring festivals. Easter also has a presence in other cultures around the world. In the Orthodox Christian tradition, Easter is celebrated on a different date than in Western Christianity, based on the Julian calendar. The Orthodox Easter is typically celebrated later than the Western Easter, and the traditions and customs vary depending on the country. In many Latin American countries, Easter is celebrated with processions, parades, and reenactments of the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ. In Spain and Italy, there are elaborate processions that involve the carrying of statues and relics through the streets. In India, there is a Christian community called the Siromalabar Church, which celebrates Easter with a traditional dance called the Syriac dance, which is believed to have originated in ancient Mesopotamia. Easter has a rich and varied history that stretches back thousands of years and includes many different cultures and traditions. While it is primarily associated with Christianity today, its roots can be traced back to ancient pagan celebrations of spring and rebirth. In the early centuries of Christianity, the holiday of Easter was not a fixed date, but was celebrated according to the Jewish calendar, on the first Sunday following the first full moon after the vernal equinox. This meant that Easter could fall on any date between March 22nd and April 25th. In the year 325, the Council of Nicaea, a gathering of Christian bishops, established a more standardized method of calculating the date of Easter, known as the Gregorian calendar. The Easter story as we know it today is based on the New Testament accounts of the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ. According to the Gospels, Jesus was arrested, tried, and sentenced to death by crucifixion by the Roman authorities. He was crucified on a Friday and buried in a tomb. On the third day after his death, which is now celebrated as Easter Sunday, Jesus rose from the dead and appeared to his disciples, proving that he was the Son of God and fulfilling the prophecies of the Old Testament. Easter is also associated with many customs and traditions that have developed over the centuries, such as the Easter bunny and Easter egg hunts. These symbols of fertility and rebirth are a reminder of the holiday's ancient pagan origins. In conclusion, Easter has a long and complex history that spans thousands of years and encompasses both pagan and Christian traditions. Today, It is celebrated around the world as a time of renewal and hope, marking the resurrection of Jesus Christ and the triumph of life over death. That's it for today's quick history facts. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting historical tidbits.